Hello there, and welcome back to Yggdra Union. Last time, we tragically had to defeat the Undine Queen and doom the Undine's extinction, but hopefully, with nature's help, we'll find the Transmigra gem and help them recover. On the other hand, on the more positive note, we finally got to use card skills for the first time. The terrain, the combat skills, going aggressive passive, that is the bread and butter of the game. And of course the union system. However, the cards are what make the game fun. It's the spice of the game that makes things much more volatile. Now then, onwards to the next map. Which is just north of Embelia.
The battle at Florend ended with the royal army victorious, and the Principality of Embelia essentially ruined. What was one small battle was rapidly becoming a giant vortex, dragging in everything around it. The royal army headed north for Verlaine Hills, a former Fantasinian territory. When they reached the eastern portion, the Black Rose Domain, a tremendous sound split the sky, and flames arose in the distance. Rosary, the scion of the House of the White Rose that rules the western area, had begun invading the Black Rose Domain with their supernatural golems.
Black Rose Domain, battlefield number 8.
Where are we now?
Verlaine Hills, Princess. I would guess this is the Black Rose's domain. It's governed by Roswell of the House of Branthes.
Jeez, there's a real promotion going on here. Hey, what the hell is that?
Save us!
Lord Roswell! It's an ambush! Our towns are being attacked!
Curses. I've been careless.
Golems? Is the Empire here already?
The people are under attack.
This isn't good. Well, what are we doing sitting here?
Let's go.
Defeat all the golems that are terrorizing the Black Rose Domain. So, first things first, let's see the items we got from the last map. First up, the Aquarius. This is an item that is exclusive to Nietzsche, and it grants the ability to use geographic cards in the water, which is pretty much useless, all things considered. Next up is the Pretty Shell, which is an item used for mana recovery or crafting another item. Then there is the Brave Ring from Ishine. I know the game says Ishin, but I tend to say Ishine because when I first played the game in the GBA, it had no voice acting. Anyway, as I said before, this grants while up when it's low, and we wanted to steal it so that Ishin will not recover any morale. Can be used by anyone. Then the enemy Namint, another item that permanently raises the dex stat. And lastly, the Winged Sandals, the item that Miser had, which grants geographic 0%. That means that you don't get any benefits nor penalties from terrain. all things considered, it's an okay item, simply because of the stat boosts it provides, although the loss of defensive terrain is a bit of a shame. Ah, and of course, where is it? Right here. The Gungnir. The spear used by Queen Emelon, and the item that gives Nietzsche quite a massive boost in power. You can see that it was specifically made for her. More gen, more attack, more luck. Too bad her tech stat is rather low. But we're going to fix that, giving her the Elimina Mint. As for Milonor, he no longer has the... He no longer has the Silver Moon, it's all used up. Let's see if I can give him a different item to boost his tech. Only the wing sandals. What? No time like the present. Next up is Durant, with the fur coat, which boosts his gen stat, and using the Imperial Warfare, now will decrease his attack because he no longer has any tiny stars to spare. So I don't want to keep them on him anymore. But I also don't exactly want to keep the fur coat on him. For this map specifically, I want my lance users to have no item. You'll see why eventually. And now Yggdra. If I unequip her, the Imperial Warfare, he still is far away from a big attack stat, so I could equip this one or this one. But the Brave Ring does give her increased gen and attack. Another item more or less perfectly crafted for her. Just like nature with the Gungnir. So I will do that. And since Durant is a bit low, recover a bit of health on him, and the same for Milnor. This looks good to me. Well then, I'll pick Nietzsche 3rd and Durant 4th. Right now the order of picking units does not matter much, but it will eventually matter a lot in specific maps. Not this one at least. Now, onto the cards. Now that we finally are able to use card skills, it is actually worthwhile for us to read what they are able to do. Let's give a quick rundown on what they do. Shield Barrier. While it is active, you receive 0 damage, as we saw last map. A very good card. I always recommend using it if you want, if you can. It's not the end of the world if you don't use it, but you are at a big disadvantage. Steal. As you saw last map, you can steal items with this one, and you no longer will have to rely on luck drops like we have been doing so far, which is really nice, especially against enemies with very high luck. So you want to save it up for those situations, not to mention that it has high movement, which is always good to have in case you want to position yourself, which is always, most of the time. Next up is Bloody Claw, a card that is exclusive to assassins and can only be used during night, and it has the effect of instantly defeating the enemy head. So if you defeat the enemy head, you deal 1 HP of damage, 2 against large units, and the enemy no longer has the head unit, so he no longer has the rage gauge effects and can no longer use card skills, which is pretty good. But we don't have an assassin yet. Blizzard, it was completely useless at map, but it is a good card. At the first glance, because of the terrible performance from last map, I always tend to overlook it, but if I try it out, I always find that it is rather useful to have. And of course, it is the signature card of Undines, so if you're an Itzy fan, you might be a Blizzard fan. And it deals ice damage, and Respawn Riders are weak to this element, so it's good against them. Revolution, exclusive to Yggdra and Valkyries, can only be used when the head is alive, so it's a last-ditch effort that puts you in a 1 versus 1 situation. It's only usable for Yggdra and it's last-ditch effort. Not exactly good, but not exactly terrible. It's okay, use it for the high movement. Banish. Deals holy damage to the enemy. It has no secondary effect, but it deals a big amount of damage, just like Blizzard. Hence why it's a decent card to use. And sadly, the Valkyries do have the Void Holy effect, and they are a relatively common enemy, so not as good as I would like it to be, but still pretty good since Necromancers and Skeletons are weak to this, to the Holy element. Sanctuary revives your fallen members, equal to the amount of tech you have. So if you have 4 tech, it will revive 4 units for HP. Very good card, I strongly recommend it. Not only because it's my favorite card, but because it's good. It is only usable at noon, but hey, you have a card exclusive to the noontime, just like Bloody Claw is exclusive to nighttime. So you have pretty much reserve spots for these types of cards that have effects that are worth it. And there is really no competition for the noontime slot. I can only sing its praises. It's really good, really fun, really usable. And of course it's usable by anyone, hence why it's really good and really usable. Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt card deals lightning damage, which only golems are weak to, and inflicts paralysis, which is a really strong status effect, forces the enemy into place, good when you initiate union and force the enemy into a bad union. It's a difficult card to use. It is worth using it because of its strong effects, but we don't have any bow users, and we won't have any bow user in a while. No assassins, no hunters. Hence why it's a difficult to use card. You can raise it if you want, but you will only see the returns much later. Flame. It's a card exclusive to Rod users. Deals damage to the enemy, burns them. Deals fire damage, so Undines are weak to the fire element. And pretty much nothing else from what I can recall. It's quite honestly a bad card. If I'm using an attack, I will much rather use an attack that deals big damage, such as Banish and Blizzard, or an attack that has a strong status ailment, such as Thunderbolt. So I don't really recommend using this card unless you use it in order to get 2 specific items that are only obtainable when you use the Flame card, which I'll try to get eventually. Mind Change. It is a difficult card to use because of the conditions. The enemy has to be the same size and the same gender. It is difficult to use when you have various units in your union, but if you are sending a unit to pretty much juggernaut an entire enemy army, it can be useful. For example, you send Duran to fight off against a group of knights, or Nietzsche to fight against a group of, funny enough, Undines, which will no longer be in the game, but rather Valkyries or Assassins. It's okay-ish. Not the worst card in the world, not the best card in the world. A bit difficult to use. I would say it's a bit more advanced, but you won't regret it. You won't regret using it too much. Still don't recommend it much. Mirage. Bottom 3 card. One of the worst things you can choose to use. What it does is that while it's active, it swaps terrain with the enemy. So, and of course, it's a okay type of card, so it's only a temporary effect. Which is not ideal since the durations are not that long. It's good enough for the Shield Barrier to be useful, but not long enough for Mirage to be useful. And of course, it's noontime only. I already have a card I want to use during noontime. Sanctuary! Why would I ever want to use this useless card? In theory, you'll use it against enemies in good terrain, such as Fort that provide 40% defense, and you're in bad terrain, such as Wasteland, which provides 0% defense. But why would you bother with this card when you can simply use a stronger card and win harder and get a much better chances of winning the engagement? Simply brute force your way through it, and the other cards have much higher power compared to this card, which has low movement, low power, and we have been racing the other cards so far, and this card is simply not worth racing. Each time you think it might be useful, there is always a better card for the job. Once again, the noontime only, it's a terrible restriction for Mirage, since you can't really control the... There are specific times when you can want to use Mirage, when engaging the boss, and that time may or may not be noontime. As for Sanctuary, it can be used anytime, against the boss, against mobs. Anytime is good for that card, hence why the noontime is much less restrictive for that one. Yggdra. It protects Union from charges and counters. In other words, it gives the Steel Corsair effect when you are attacking, and it also gives the Steel Corsair effect when you are being attacked, though it's only usable by the Union leader, so you can only use it with your first unit, which should be doable considering it has a low movement and hence a high amount of skill gauge at the start of a Union. This is a really good card. If you want to use it, you will never regret it. Usable anytime, anywhere, by anyone. Extremely good. The only drawback is that it has 4 moves, so it's difficult to position. And of course the fact that it has relatively low power, but once again, you can raise it up if you want. The only real problem with this card is that it's slow movement, so it will not allow me to get many MVPs. But still, it's really good. Use it if you want, I recommend it. I won't be using it a lot, but you won't regret using it. Rockfall. First of the Geo Terrain cards. Now, the Aquarius item we got from last map is pretty much useless because it allows us to use Geo cards anywhere. Geo cards are useless because they can only be used in specific terrain. For example, Rockfall can only be used when the enemy is in Wasteland. We haven't seen Wasteland terrain since map 2. Well, map 3 technically. Back when Menor beat up Insagi. Geocards are extremely map dependent, completely unreliable, and it's not even that strong of an attack. It's Tech plus 1 minus enemy gen. You get the same amount of damage by using Thunderbolt or Flame, and even better damage when using Banish or Blizzard. Hence why it's a terrible card. I strongly recommend to avoid using geo cards, geographical cards, because they are completely map dependent, completely useless because of it. And of course, Rockfall was one of the first cards we got at the start of the game, so it has extremely low power, only 1100. Yeah, terrible card. All geographical attacks are terrible, but still, they are at least better than Mirage. Banshee's Cry. This card is extremely good in late game, extremely terrible in the early game, okay in the mid game. It has good movement, usable by Yggdra, ace type by Yggdra, and it has a low power sadly, so if you want to use it, you have to raise it from the beginning of the game all the way to the end, which is, I mean, you can have it as your little project if you want, but I will much rather use the other cards that are already usable and I will already be selecting them for the map, instead of a card that I will have to raise all the way to the end. Still, it is an excellent card in late game, terrible card in the early game, and the effect is lowering the enemy attack to 1, hence why it's a late game card. When right now we are only having 2 stars or 3 stars of attack on enemies, hence why lowering the attack stat to 1 is not worth it. But in the late game, when enemies have 5 or 6 stars, then it is absolutely worth it to lower their attack. Refreshment. That is the last card, right? Oops. Yep, it is the last card. And we save the worst for last. Last and definitely least. First of all, usable only at noon, just like the Mirage and Sanctuary, which are better cards, which is saying something. It only has 3 move, terrible power, usable by anyone, but it does not matter because it's only usable at noon. And the effect is that it recovers morale and recovers status ailments from units. So, you can't control when the enemy inflicts a status ailment. For example, if the status ailment is inflicted at evening and you want to cure it at nighttime next turn, you can't. So absolutely useless for healing status ailments, no control over it. Recovers morale, which is a nice bonus but not worth it, especially if you are trying to get as many items as possible. Absolutely useless, it does nothing, it helps with nothing, it has no power, so you can even use it to deal big amounts of damage with a high skill gauge and a short engagement. The worst card in the game. Anytime you try to use it, it will always disappoint. And you can bring it to any map and it will do nothing. It's a nothing card, it does nothing, it helps with nothing. Absolutely worthless. Never use this card. Bottom 1 in the game. In fact, bottom 0, it's worse than useless because it uses up a card slot that you'd rather use on anything else. Yes, even Rockfall and Mirage. So that was not so and not so quick rundown on cards, but I will be bringing all of these ones since I already have them. Mind change? Maybe. I would rather use Flame over Bullet Claw. Not really. All the cards I've raising so far are the ones I want to bring. So, let's begin the map. Oops, let's begin the map.
Golems have no consciousness. They're like puppets.
So, there must be a puppet master here somewhere.
What? He just sits back from the shadows? What a coward. Still, we don't have time for a search. Let's just bust him up.
Aye, save us! Crap, They're destroying that town! Hurry, everyone! We must stop them before they claim more victims! So, these are golems. They are units that are able to destroy villages, just like bandits, or they are also able to destroy other objects, such as barricades and catapults, which we have not yet seen. They are completely immune to status ailments, which is a positive thing. They are weak to Valkyries and weak to the other elements. They are also a large unit, and they have the dot union type, which means that they can't, when they start a union, they can't union with anyone. They're always alone. And they also have a slow movement type, which means that they can only move one tile at a time. And of course, these golems are Yggdra fodder, because he has the good against golem skill, which finally comes into play. This skill is present in all Valkyries, yes, where Yggdra is a special Valkyrie that also gets the 4th combat skill. And so I gave her the item so that she can deal with these golems pretty easily. And is revolution enough? Maybe. And this is also a nice effect of the Brave Ring. Yggdra recovers a bit of morale because she was rather low. I think the threshold is or 1/3 of HP, not sure. But it's a nice little bonus to have. Now, is this enough? It is not enough. I want to reach the top village so that I can save it. And I will. Town of Broy. What is this all about? It seems the Wise Rose army has invaded. The two houses used to be on good terms, but the rulers suddenly turned on one another. Surely there must have been some reason. I wish we knew, but we don't. You'll have to ask the Lord of the Black Rose for details. And the Lord of the Black Rose is Roswell right here. A necromancer. The first one we have ever found. Necromancer is good against skeletons, they avoid the dark element, and they're weak to holy. And he has the Gargoyle equipped, which grants the night combat skill. And this right here is the leader of the White Rose domain, Rosary. She's a witch. She has the Void Fire skill. She gets the fire element when going aggressive. Necromancers get the dark element when going aggressive. And her item, the Locker Broom, has the guaranteed drop rate effect, which means that you will always get the item of the enemies you defeat. Because she has 4 luck, only Minalnor can make her drop the item, since he's the only one with 4 luck. Unless, of course, we steal it. But we need still to defeat the golem. Someone save us! Please, stay calm. We'll save you. Someone must be controlling these things. Here's Rosary. Not sure why they haven't noticed her yet. Telling Magic School. Who are you? We've come to help. Please, evacuate the area. And no special dialogue from standing next to Roswell. So, let's simply defeat the golem. And funny enough, because Roswell is an allied NPC, green unit, we can include him in our union. And he will have the second round against the golem, if and only if Yggdra does not defeat him in 1 round. And of course, because you stay good against golem skills, Yggdra is not at +2, she's at +4 affinity. Which is a pretty strong effect to have. That means I don't need to go aggressive. She's already at max battle affinity. Now it's Roswell's turn.
Feel my power!
Because he's an alien NPC, we cannot give any orders, but he does have weapon advantage against golems who have the lump type weapon. So he will win.
Fortuitous! Ha! Foolish.
Now, before I end my turn, I want to show you the lump type weapons. They are weak to rods, that means all mages, and they are also weak to books, which we have not yet seen. In other words, they are completely neutral weapon type against everything, and they use against the magicians which created them. In this case, witches can create golems. Let's move Milner up a bit and end their turn. Now, here we have a choice to make. We can either try to get the MVP, or we can try to get all the items. It is, in theory, possible to do both, but it's very hard to do, and I think I'll go for all the items. You don't really need all the MVPs, even though they are nice. You have... I want to use the shield barrier. Yeah. I want to move Yggdra all the way over here, Mirror all the way over here. Oops. And... I hope Yggdra does not one-shot the golem named Sodom. And if you pay attention, which I did not bring attention to it last time, the other golem was named Gomorrah, which is a funny reference. Sodom and Gomorrah, which are the biblical cities which were burned to the ground by God, and of course the two golems want to burn these villages to the ground. That's the reference. Nice little cheeky reference.
Here I come!
Which I quite like. I will actually go passive because I don't want Yggdra to one-round the golem. In fact, will the golem attack me?
Thank you, everyone!
I think... Yes, I think the golem will attack me. So I will actually go back and end my turn so that he will attack me. He will not be defeated. I will not advance my phase, and I can get the item I want to get. Someone is coming this way! It's those down bounty hunters from last time. They just don't know when to give up, do they? It's payback time! Get ready, princess! Huh, I guess I could have let him live in low HP. Oh well, too late for regrets. I don't remember everything to perfection. And this is not what I want to do. I want actually to reserve shield barrier a bit, to use it when he uses thunderbolts, so I won't get paralyzed. Right here, around the letter E from Rage is the perfect time to use Shield Barrier. Speed up a bit. And this is why I don't want to use speed up that much in order to time my Shield Barrier uses correctly. And now, Shield Barrier will protect me from Thunderbolt, as well as the Paralysis status effect. I told you guys this card was really good. I don't win. Ah, whoops, I forgot. Thunderbolt also cancels my Shield Barrier. Attacks cancel Shield Barrier, so you can use the remaining effect for an aggressive state. Ah, she won't attack. But it's fine because I want to attack Meiser anyways. Meiser has the Tough Boots item, which grants the Void Poison skill. And I will need to defeat him with a 3-star lock unit. I do need high movement because he has a lot of HP. So, too bad. No revolution for Yggdra, but needs to be done. Is this enough movement? No. Stop bothering Nietzsche! Will do! Just give me the princess and I'm out of here! This is not ideal in the slightest. That was a miscalculation. But it's fine. I will do it this way. And of course. Nietzsche will try this! Ew, it's bitter! It's important that I do it in this order because the boss combo will prevent Nietzsche from using the Eliminamid and having 3 tech. But we at least get to see Blizzard for the first time ever. I will use it to win harder and prevent Meiser from activating his Thunderbolt, hopefully. Uphold the Ancient Pact! Deal mine enemies fate with ice! Diamond Dust! And this is why Blizzard is good even though it freezes water, which is the terrain Nietzsche wants. The only water terrain water tile on this map is in a corner, unusable, so it does not matter in the slightest if we freeze it. Also, this map is fixed noontime, so it will never reach noon and the water will never unfreeze.
Alright, here we go!
I will simply go aggressive. Let myself be paralyzed.
Why you?
Evil. Meiser will get a Thunderbolt either way. And with 3 tech to do. Hey, 3 tech! That means that Durant with an item would have been immune to Thunderbolt and immune to Paralysis if I let him an item equipped.
Get lost!
But it's not necessary. Now. Barely enough HP, huh? He will run away if I end my turn. I am 2% certain of it. So I will simply go back and repeat that. It's sad, but it is what it is. Do I have any other high power card? Not really. It will have to be Blizzard. I will simply let myself be paralyzed. Maybe even lose. Who am I kidding? She won't lose. Because I want him to have... The paralysis is unfortunate, but I want to not deal too much damage so that he runs away.
Alright, here we go!
Simply one-round him like this.
Don't come playing to me now! Why you get lost?
Huh. There is merit to such a movement. Such a move. In particular, you have 3 more moves. In other words, if I have 10, which I do, I am able to do this. And include Yggdra. Has 2 luck, so it won't rub. Aha! Perfect! I know what to do. So, as I said before, the union order matters, so the 2 things I can do here is from this union, and from the clockwise order, Mjolnir will go last. This will, unfortunately, paralyze Yggdra, which is not what I want. I am fine with Mjolnir or Nietzsche being paralyzed. I don't want Yggdra to be paralyzed, so I will do this instead. If you interfere again, I shall strike you down. No hard feelings, okay? I'm just doing my job. Anti-Golem only has 1 movement, so he won't be able to reach this town. Go time.
Here I come!
You can simply speed up because we know how this is going to end. No!
Thank you, everyone!
That is actually terrible.
Alright, here we go! There! Why you there? Why you get lost?
This is what happens when you have very low tech. And so it's the second most important stat in the game. The first one being attack. And the third one being Gen. Let's try that again, and this time let's not get paralyzed. We're gambling for a good charge.
Here I come!
Come on, Yggdra, come on. I believe you. This. Well, this will take a while, so I will simply try this again until it works and keep to the winning attempt. Okay, so I gave up on the other formation, and I will simply be using this one. Let Nietzsche be the one be paralyzed. Yggdra take the second engagement, use the battle penalty in our favor. This is why you don't want to speed up, want to control things down to perfection. Yggdra receives a bit of damage. But now Yggdra should win against Meister. Yep, that was a good charge, and no paralysis. The reason why I don't want paralysis on Yggdra is because I want her to be the one to defeat the golem next turn. I'm not going for the MVP, but if I don't stop the golem next turn, it will destroy the village. There we go. Good positioning is everything. I'm out of here. And in my turn, once again, I only need a card with high movement. Is 9 enough? Is right? Yep, perfect. So we're going to move here, and Yggdra defeats this golem with his help. And since Yggdra already has close bear affinity, I can completely save up the gauge.
Thank you, everyone.
Down he goes. And Durant comes in for the finish.
I challenge you!
Does he have... No, he does not have the skill he can use.
Stand your ground! Good!
These Sodom and Gomorrah have fallen. Minions will not die. Defended, protected from the enemy. We did it!
What the? They just crumbled into a pile of rocks.
The magic was lifted. These rocks are their true forms.
I hadn't planned on this.
Who's there?
That voice. Is that the White Roses?
I'm betting that's the master of those pet rocks.
That flag.
It's the White Rose Army!
Why are the two houses at war? What could have happened?
Hey, that's not all. Isn't that the Imperial Army?
By Jove, you're right! It is the Imperial Army!
So the Imperial Army is helping the White Rose start a war?
It's quite possible. Remember, the Empire was also behind the Undine affair.
We cannot let the Empire have its way. Let us stop this invasion.
General Russell, the Black Rose Army has reinforcements!
So, they're the ones who defeated our golems. We can't very well retreat in front of our employer. Let's move out.
Yes, sir!
Beat Astral Fencer Russell.
That man. It's Russell, the astral fencer. What is one of the 5 dragon generals doing here?
5 dragons? What are you talking about?
I refer to the 5 strongest generals of the Imperial Army.
Sounds like he's the guy we need to beat to end this quick.
And he gets to move first. This will be okay. At least Durant, who is a lance against the sword. And Yggdra has better gen, hence a stronger defense, a stronger counterattack. Do I go? Yes, I'll go aggressive. Come on, perfect.
Thank you, everyone.
He didn't get to use his skill. Next up, Russell. The next on my list. I won't back down. Workmanship, honed in war. Die strike. Even demon bones crumble. So much for the Astra Fencer. That is a short skill, exclusive defensors, and the signature card of Russell. Item Break. It destroyed the enemy's equipped item. Hence why I didn't want any of my lance units have items so that it won't get destroyed. So I want those items, which is a very painful effect to have, because if, for example, I had the, I don't know, the Gungnir or Nietzsche, and she got her item broken, then that's it. It's gone forever. No 4-map usages. I will not get to use it anymore, and I won't get its benefits anymore during this map. Just as if Mjolnir were using the steel card, except that it's a worse card since you don't get the item when you win. Thankfully, however, the items won't actually be destroyed in the Nintendo Switch version, then will only be disabled for the map, which is a huge quality of life improvement that was added to later versions. And it's currently present in this one, which is extremely nice to have exactly what I want to have, what I would like to see. Alright, let's show our true power. Begin to preparations. Sir? Nonetheless, I don't want to have my items disabled for the map, hence I don't want to equip items, don't want them to be useless. Especially since Nietzsche and Durant are strong enough right now. So, as for Rosary, he has a card which we have not yet seen, which is Tallcraft. We can check it on card list. No. We can check it on unit list. Whoops. On unit list. We hover over Rosary. No. I am sure you can check the enemy's cards somewhere around here. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, it's only present in a different game. How unfortunate. We won't get to see the effect of Rosary's cards just yet. But at the very least, Russell holds the Santetsu. An item that can only be equipped by him and is giving him stronger attack and stronger tech. With 4 tech, he's able to break any item, including Durant 4 gen, which is quite unfortunate. Anyway, do I want to use shield barrier? Not really. In fact, if I use steel, I will use steel and let this happen. We'll defeat this fencer, who thankfully cannot break Yggdra's item since he has 2 tech against 3 gen.
Thank you, everyone.
And lastly,
I challenge you!
Durant will weaken Russell a bit. No item, no item break. Another effect, which I don't remember if it's present in this game, but it's present in other entries, is that item break also lowers your battle affinity by 1 stage if it manages to break an item. So it's a very obnoxious card. I really hate going up against it. And thankfully,
Good!
it's not used often. We won't fight Russell a lot. Own HP. Move Mjolnir all the way over here, so that when Rosary attacks, Mjolnir can steal her item. And I can put Durant on item collection duty. You're the ones who save us from the golems! We'd like to give you this to show our gratitude. Those are the Dowsing Roads, an item exclusive to Roswell. They are extremely useless, and the thing is that if we have... Right now we have 17 rep, but if we have 8 rep or lower, in other words, if we were to lose on purpose against Miser and, well, Rosary and whatnot, we will get the Fruit of Deception instead, which is a much better item that ignores the opponent's defensive terrain. It sets it to 0. But it's fine. I'm not aiming for... Hey, I was wrong!
Don't fall behind!
I was sure Rosary attacked.
Good!
Just to show you how unpredictable the game can be. Let's try the last turn again. This time, let's see Banish. In fact, oops. Wrong turn. It's turn 16. Let's try Banish. In fact, let's use it right now.
I can't afford to lose!
O shepherd with earthly body and heavenly soul! Strike down evil with holy light! The objective of this map is to... damage. The objective of this map is to defeat Russell, not Rosary, and she's a very strong witch. We can't really defeat her, we can only steal her item. Hence why I reset all the way back.
I challenge you!
Retry the turn. Get to showcase these offensive cards a little bit. San Astanare. One of the card will bring us the power. Vanish does 3 damage, so it leaves Russell at half HP. Half head HP. Not a fit yet. And yeah, this way either the Fencer attacks over here or this Valkyrie attacks Nietzsche. There we go. You can just simply leave this like this and call it a day. Yeah, I want to move. Instead, I want to leave Yggdra on item collection duty later. Have this formation instead. The Valkyrie will most likely attack Miranor and he will lose. But I am fine with that loss. I guess the Fencer preferred to hit himself on both of them. We can speed it up. Nothing to see here.
Damn, he's tough.
There's a reason they call him the Astral Fencer.
At this rate,
Preparations complete, sir! Excellent. Aim carefully, steady, and fire!
What the hell?
that light.
What just happened?
It's a magic attack like we've never seen.
I don't know what that was, but it gave us our opening.
Now is the time! Attack!
So, that was the Ankh, this item right here. It is a field object that deals a bit of morale damage at the start of every turn. And Roswell uses it to defend himself. And here comes the tutorial for the Ankh. Right, I feel a strong energy from it. If someone gets hit by that, it's over. What manner of device has such power behind it? Heh, pure crystallized magic itself. The Ankh. The Ankh? I see. I'll explain the Ankh myself then. The Ankh is a weapon that can amplify magic many times over. That energy becomes light and rains down on the enemy. Well, you stop it yourself. The light is our power. That's crazy! Light shall lead us to victory. It sounds somewhat similar to our cannons. it can't be compared to such crude weaponry. Our hand is a work of art. In addition, it can be used at night, unlike those useless cannons. What a dangerous weapon! It's folly to fear power. What matters is he who wields it. With great power comes great responsibility. So, it is time for the Neonor suicide attack. You're the ones who save us from the golems. I'd like to give you this to show our character. 3,000 roads, as I mentioned before, and the item from this village right here, which can only be obtained if we have at least 12 rep. No, I'm wrong. 8 rep. Telling Magic School. Thank you for saving us from the golems. It's not much, but here, take this. The Maze Ring. A very strong item. It only lasts for one map, but what it does is that it gives you free gauge. It will continue to build up just like it does for the enemy. Oh man, if I had the run over here, I could... No, I can't because it's Milanor. But I can send Yggdra against the Valkyrie. She will have sort of an advantage. This is the village. And we can bear witness to stealing the lucky room.
Alright, here we go!
That's also why you don't want the speed up function. But you get to miss such nice crits. Something freely and a free item steal. These are the Wind Demon. Four of the card will bring us the ability. Each card has not only a different chance, but a different card power that is shown. But it's mostly self-explanatory. And I actually want to go a bit passive.
Get lost!
In order to build enough steel to steal Russell Santetsu. I don't need to do it, but I want to.
Here I
And the reason why I don't need to do it is because Nietzsche can simply defeat Russell and get the item. Yeah, this is enough. Maybe a little bit more.
Thank you, everyone.
Sadly, Russell will break Milanor's item. Actually, okay. I will lose 1 point in tech and luck, but 2 tech is still enough. Alright! I forgot! Come on, steal!
Don't come playing to me now!
We steal the Sansetsu.
Got it!
And we weaken Russell. Quite a lower spike in power. Hence why still so good, with 2 attack and 3 tech, it is much easier for Nietzsche and Yggdra to handle him. Not to mention that I no longer have to steal his items. And this is the other thing. When there are two groups of enemies with different cards, it is possible to attack a group that has a card that the other cannot use. For example, attacking Rosary causes Dollcraft to be the card used during this union. Therefore, we won't see any item break from Russell because Rosary with Dollcraft was the union leader. So no item break for me. I don't care about the loss in the slightest. And we even get a level up. Very nice. Last thing I want to mention is that the entire blue zone, that is where the Ankh will attack. So all enemies in that area will lose a bit of morale. Sadly, Rosary does not attack, because if she did, we might have been able to defeat Rosary. Pick things up, the defensor defeating himself. This time, even though most of us was attacked, we do get to control Yggdra. So it goes both ways. Item break, I do not care. War of the card will not bring you the ability. And of course, we cannot use the Necrogate from Roswell, because it is a card exclusive to Necromancers.
Thank you, everyone!
Also, because it was Necrogate from Roswell, we do not have any level up of our own card. Fire! Do I want to level up Thunderbolt? No, let's level up Blizzard. Yeah, let Nietzsche do it. More Blizzard gaming. You look strong! I don't like to fight women. Step aside, for your own sake. In fact, let's get out of the conversations. I really like the things Russell had to say. So, Spencer Russell, you now face a Royal Knight. You're Durant, eh? This should be an interesting fight. If you know me, then you are aware of my strength. I'm Milnor. You're this Astral Fencer guy, right? You don't look so tough. Even though you just defeated me last round. Think you can dodge my blade? Well, we'll find out, won't we? We won't. Stand aside! I'm not here to fight you. Stay back! I could try my luck with Rosary again, but... Nah, that's foolish. He's too strong to be defeated normally. Diamond Dust? I can simply go aggressive, but... I want to use skills. Queen Sestina will bring us the power. I feel so cool!
Excellent skill.
You're not that bad! Ah, not quite a level yet. This looks like the end. Time to retreat! Oh well, I'll let you off easy this time. Justice prevailed. Star-Fencer Russell annihilated.
Princess, the enemy is in retreat.
That light saved us. What was it?
Hey, you know some guy named Roswell? He wants to talk. Said he wanted to thank us.
Roswell, the head of Branthy's house of the Black Rose.
I see. Let us hold an audience with him.
Huh. Alright, the golems. It was close though. But our item collection prevented us from getting the +2. Tough boots and the item break card. It is exclusive to fencers. We don't have a fencer, so this card is unusable. That mentions that is strictly a war steal, which has the same effect but better, since it gives such a since it gives us the item.
Without you, we wouldn't have survived the attack. I'm extremely grateful. A favor like that must be repaid. What can I do for you?
You are welcome. We must ask you something. Why did the White Rose Army try to invade? I had heard that relations weren't so strained before.
She, Rosary, seeks our Ankh.
Ankh?
I trust you saw the light over the battlefield? A pillar of light that rained down upon the enemy. That's the work of our Ankh.
That light.
The might of the Ankh is unparalleled. Whoever holds it wields an incredibly destructive power.
It is true. Well, with the Black Rose Maze defended, we have done enough for today. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.